One.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ray Tampa podcast. Our podcast offers bold commentary on various subject matters with a laser-like focus on the truth. My name is Ray Tampa. I'm the host of the Ray Tampa podcast. We have in our studio Mr. Russell Cato, a retired educator with more than 42 years of experience working in the Pinellas County schools, and Mr. Jamie Wilson III, a healthcare provider with more than 30 years of experience working as a physical therapist. My co-hosts. On July 4th, 2026, an 18-year-old Nolan Wales, an African-American kid, got into a boat with four other kids, all Caucasians, and went to Horn Island in Mississippi. It seems that everyone agrees up to this point. Up to this point. But what happened from that point up until the point Nolan's body washed ashore is a series of question marks. Question marks. Inquiring minds from all over the country want to know what happened to Nolan. Why did the local authorities so quickly declare that there was no foul play involved? Are the local authorities assisting in a cover-up? Nolan, excuse me. Yes, Attorney Ben Crump demanded a grand jury's involvement. But why did he have to fight so hard for a grand jury inquiry? Were the four young men on that boat trip questioned extensively about their involvement in the case? What are the facts surrounding Nolan's cell phone? Did Nolan have a girlfriend? If so, did she have any conversations on the day of July 4th with him or after? Did any of the other boys make or receive phone calls during their trip? Or, stated by Attorney Crump, one picture that they saw of Nolan was with him being shirtless. But when his body was found washed ashore, he had a shirt on. So the question is, when did this clothing event happen? Did Nolan's body wash ashore on July 6th? Or did anyone see the body before that date? The questions can go on and on and on. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is insignificant when the search for truth is so important. Fellas, let's talk about it.
Mm,
Who'd like to go first?
I would love to go first. You
All
okay
right,
with
Ray.
that? You cool with that, Russ?
Go.
Yeah. So first of all, condolences to the Wells family. Losing a child, no, that has to be one of the hardest ways to endure a broken heart. That's just terrible. Um, like Ray said, it's happened on Horns Island, July 4th. Body was found on the 6th. Now, it's a lot of questionable things because the female judge, the mother of one of his so-called friends, Warren, went out there to the island the same day, like that night. So that's suspect in itself. And as a judge, she should have been let's get the police involved. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do everything by the law. None of that happened. That raises suspicion of foul play. I don't care if Nolan wasn't black, if he was Chinese or whatever, or just four white guys. These actions raise suspicion. This stuff raises suspicion. But being Mississippi, yeah, it's a race thing. Definitely that. No cause of death, no arrests, no apparent suspects. The sheriff, as you said, deeming it an accident like day one without doing a proper investigation or autopsy. Mississippi has a terrible history of generational racism, and blacks historically been mistreated in Mississippi's legal process. I don't trust any of it. The three friends deleted information off of his phone. Their phone should have been checked too. See, it was like a nepotism thing, because as we stated earlier before the show, the sheriff's off. I don't trust the sheriff either. I don't trust the sheriff. I don't trust the DA. I don't trust that judge of Warren's mother, whoever she is. She's the judge. I don't trust her. They all should have been questioned. They should have immediately took their phones, and if it was three black guys and one white dude, they would have suspects. Somebody would be in jail. They would be, it wouldn't be open and shut. Probably be open and shut. I don't know. Open and shut case. But it would have been handled much different. So some are saying they're trying to be on TV when I'm watching. They're trying to be all right. And, the bottom line, it is racially motivated. I feel like it is. I don't feel like it's been a proper investigation. I'm glad Ben Crump is involved. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. And I got a whole lot more to say, but go ahead, Russ, do your thing.
What you said, it's a lot of truth to that, but here's how I say this one. And right, what you have here, you have an environment dealing with perception and speculation.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go back and look at the timeline of what took place, anywhere between July the 3rd and July the 6th. See what I'm talking about? July the 3rd, he was home cooking a big
breakfast for his family, yeah.
But that same night, he went to visit his friends who were white. Now, when I say that, I go back and look at the involvement of the town. I went back and looked at that. It's in Jackson, Mississippi, Springfield. And believe it or not, it's like the Gulf out there, the Gulf War, something like that, Rick. It's a tremendous town. It's a good town, a good educational system, a good health system, and you have blacks staying in that area. Not many. Not many. I think the population of blacks in that area, it may be about 1,400 people, blacks, as compared to 8,000 white. So you look at the comparison of population, I can see where you're saying 4 friends. That's what I want to get you. 1 black, 3 white. Now here's what get me, Jamie. I was telling someone. The only people that really know what happened are those 3 white friends.
Exactly.
How you look
right. Right. They should be, and they should be in jail till they talk.
So when they came back, and I got this, on July the 5th, one of those friends reported to his mother that the boy was missing right away. He told him to the boy's mother. So the boy's mother said, okay, all right, because I know my son is going to be all right. Now, it was not until July the 6th when he found his body. That's when the mother said, oh, man, something is wrong here. But what I want to know, Jane, and she's saying, I just want to know what happened to my son.
Y'all were there. Y'all know something.
Just want to know.
If not just them, it was 300 to 400 people out there. Somebody, damn it, knows something.
Somebody knows something. So it lies on them 3 white heads.
Right.
Because they know what happened.
Right. So why did she have to track her son with 360? Why did she have to track her son's phone to find out where the phone was? Why did she have to go through that? Why didn't y'all just come back and like, this is what happened? Why, if it was accidental, why didn't right there when it happened, why didn't y'all call the police if you're not guilty? Call the Coast Guard. Why didn't you call the police if you're not guilty, if you're not trying to hide something? You're cleaning the boat at 3 a.m. in the morning. It's a lot, that's suspect, a lot of it.
They said of social media now. So social media is going to say, well, damn, one black, 3 whites. Something wrong here.
Okay, Jamie has just made 2 statements that I was not aware of. And those 2 statements draw so much suspicion.
Stinks.
That alone should trigger a grand jury investigation.
Right away.
Cleaning the boat.
Yeah.
In the morning. I never heard that.
Yes.
Very, very significant. And my thing is, there is no legitimate law enforcement agency in this country that will back up these clowns in terms of what they've done. This is a cover-up if there ever was a cover-up.
In your face cover-up.
Cover-up if there ever was a cover-up. Now, I want to go to the autopsy reports. There has been an official report, and there has been a second report that was more like an independent report, commissioned, I think, by the family. In the second report, body parts are missing.
Yeah, the throat.
These body parts are very significant to finding out what happened. Very significant. When the throat is missing, that is significant. And a lot of people are just dismissing the thought of no foul play. No such thing.
And they know better.
Foul play. And they should be ashamed of themselves to even offer that.
The sheriff should be taken off of the case. And when he said that, your ass, you gone. You got to go.
He made that statement 1 hour after the body.
He should have been gone, first of all. Yeah, Ledbetter. I went to school with a guy last name Ledbetter. He should have been. It's been a lot of mishandling. They had too much time to hide evidence. I mean, it was. I think Crump's team didn't probably get it until like 6 days later. The families, the people involved had too much time to do stuff. I mean, they've already on Nolan's phone deleted information, deleted messages. Of course, with metadata, they'll be able to find all that stuff. And then they should have got the boys' phones right away. They should have got that lady judge's phone who went out there, who involved herself in the case. They should have got her phone. They should have got the boy's phone. They don't want to find out. This was a cover-up. They wanted to cover up. And if I'm wrong, and it turns out to be an accident, then I'm wrong. But this stinks. It's very suspicious, and I do not feel that I'm wrong.
Deleting information from the phone is what you call tampering with evidence.
Yeah.
Tampering with evidence. Not just his phone. Why didn't the sheriff department investigate the other guy's phones?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Take all their phones.
Yeah,
and the lady judge who went out there because somebody called her, Mom, I'm in trouble. Can you come out here? She went out there. But and the fact that the mom had to track her son's phone. Y'all know what happened. This lady worried about her son. Go to her. If it's an accident, why wasn't the police? Then they called about the boat sinking. They had a distress call, which was really, they got new stuff as of either last night or this morning. Let me get to that about the distress call, and they made the distress call to CETO. They're almost like a roadside assistance. They made the distress saying we're taking on water that we were sinking. To sea towers, and someone has been able to, listening to that message, they was able to separate the actual conversation with the operator from the background noise. And you're hearing things. Let me get my little readers here. Sound like an old man, don't I? Basically, we're taking on water, and you hear stuff like the recording goes as follows. Okay. Now, this comes from True Crimes Report. Is he dead? Wake up. Wake the F up. Check his chest. This is I just saw this. This is from True Crimes. This evidence. So they separated the the conversations to get the background noise. And this is as of either last night or early this morning. So that in itself. So that tells me y'all say he went on the boat, but when you made the distress call, you know what I'm saying? You're lying because he was on the boat. He was on the boat. You're lying.
So they had to question, is he dead?
Yeah, these were the questions. Not only that, when the lady first asked, how many of on the boat? 7. Then the lady say 6. It was 7 because Nolan was on that boat. And then when they killed him, it was 6. You see what I'm saying? It stinks, man. It stinks. And the legal system there is terrible. They should have, I ain't saying solved it by now, but they should have some suspects in custody. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. But it's a lot of cover up. The sheriff should not be there. He should be off the case. I mean, he's not being impartial. It's not right. It's not ran right.
Listen to this, July the 4th. At 3 p.m., that was the last time you saw him alive.
3 p.m.
3 p.m. July the 5th, at 11 p.m., this guy made the call to his mother that he was missing. You see what I'm talking about, Jay?
To Nolan's mother?
Yeah.
To Nolan's mom.
Yeah.
11 p.m.
11 p.m. But check this out. The judge, Warren's mother, one of Nolan's so-called, I ain't going to call him his friends, associate, one of the guys that was on the boat, he called his mama. She came out there on the boat. You see what I'm saying? Why ain't the DA and the sheriff and all these guys, they should have pounced on that immediately. That's suspect in itself. And she knows the legal system and she knows better. So they can hide evidence.
But here's the question, Tim. 3 of them. Number 1, I deal well somebody end up in that water. That's number 1.
And was there water in the lungs in the autopsy? They're not saying that. Was there water in the lungs if he in fact drowned?
Did he sustain any kind of injuries? And number 3, this is a big one. How could toxicology results help? That's big.
The toxicology reports just haven't been confirmed yet, according to what I'm told.
Okay.
Because of what I'm reading. They just haven't gotten those reports back. And it's a lot, like I said, a lot that needs to be answered.
Truly.
Right.
And until we get more answers, we can't come to that conclusion.
Well,
that toxicology was involved.
Right.
But we can come to the conclusion that common sense was not involved. And common sense suggests foul play. A lot different than what that sheriff said.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Yeah. And like I say, the sheriff and the judge, it's some, they're looking out for each other. I feel like the sheriff should not be on the case. And I'm so glad that Crump is involved. And I know we as onlookers cannot come to conclusions or solutions based on that, but we have common sense, as you said, and we're thinking. I mean, it took 9 days for the FBI to get involved. If this was,
well, who trusts the FBI?
Yeah, I know under Trump administration,
They didn't even be involved.
Yeah,
Once the FBI is so ridiculous that they're going to back up that sheriff.
Yeah, they're gonna right. That's why the sheriff shouldn't be on it. I feel like it just needs to be. The problem is the way the body was handled, during traveling, why can't Crump's team have the lungs? Why can't, because they still have specimens, why can't they get whatever's left of, because they take a section out of it or whatever, why can't they get that too? You're just gonna say, oh, the throat's missing, you can't have it. No, we're doing an investigation just like you are. We need everything just like you had. Even though there's some decomp, we need what we need to have a proper and fair investigation.
But this is my, when I look at all of them, I don't think we will ever have a good idea what happened to this stuff. I don't think we will ever have a good idea of what happened to it.
Right.
happen to
Right. I don't.
because of this kind of situation.
Right. And it is, you know what? And I do. And as far as what you said, Russ, to what you said about social media, thank God for social media now, because the major media outlets, they didn't even pick it up. They weren't concerned about it. It took the podcasters and what you were saying, social media, to really give this thing some flight, you know, and get people's attention. Again, the DA's not doing enough, sheriff's not doing enough. There is a lot of people that, and the young lady, Katie. So Katie called the mom on July 5th. Reached out to the mom on how she got the mom's number. They weren't dating. Katie is the girl that he allegedly was on the beach with, that he's like, oh, y'all go leave me with this girl. And oh, yeah, by the way, y'all can keep my phone too. What teenager, black, white, green, yellow, purple, goes anywhere without their phone? What teenager? So that in itself. But Katie basically told her mom, you know, we weren't dating. We were just friends, like chatting it up, basically. And he said he was leaving with his friends. That was that. He left me. He was, you know, alive when he left me. He said he was going back to the boat with his friends. So the mom did say that. That was on one of the shows. That's out of her mouth. And the young lady's name is Katie. So, but you know, the boat made a lot of movements. It reached the island at 11 a.m. Horn Island, 4 p.m. That's when the distress call was made. Now the boat is owned by, I want to say, Wyatt's. It's either Wyatt's or Warren's grandfather who actually owns the boat. And when a distress call was made, I think the grandfather canceled it, saying, you know, whatever. Because the first call was made to the Coast Guard, and they said he's canceled that because the Coast Guard must have called him as the owner of the boat. Him not knowing what's going on, I think he canceled it. But when they made that distress call to Cito, and speaking with the lady, that's when they're like, you know, we're taking on water. You know, it's coming up. And if you hear the call, it's real suspect, too. They're all over the place. And you can hear the others scrambling around in the background. And they said those things that I mentioned, those quotes that was on True Crimes that was recorded after the...
You know what, James, I hate to say this. I saw this in the same limelight on the Big Ice situation which took place in Minnesota with the federal government. The federal government scared the hell.
Man, this is the Gestapo now. It's the Gestapo.
That's why I say FBI's involvement.
I agree with you.
This case
I agree with you.
I agree. Respect in itself.
Man, Mississippi.
Trust that they're going to provide information that's relevant to the truth. That's right.
The whole Mississippi legal system. I mean, the way blacks are being done there, and people ask, oh, don't make it racial. You know damn well it's racial. It's always been racial. It's never not been racial. Yes, it's racial. Yes, it's racial. I mean, look at all the suspicion. Look at all the stuff they're doing. Look at all the cover-up. Look how long it took them to even have interest in the case. You know, like what you said, 1 hour. Oh, it's an accident. 1 hour. No investigation, no autopsies. Come on, man.
Did they suggest he had drowned?
That's what the narrative was in the beginning, that he drowned.
Did it change the narrative?
They don't know. They really don't know. They really don't know. But my thing is, when you drown, supposedly you have water in the lungs. But if you get choked out or beat down and thrown in the water, you ain't gonna have no water in your lungs. Not inhalation, not inhaled anyway.
That's what Ben Crump said in terms of that interview he conducted at the NAACP convention in Chicago. They want to know, how did he end up in that water?
Right.
Was he violently put in that water?
And that's
or was he accidentally, did he accidentally fall in the water? Right. They just want to get to some of the basic questions. When I ask some simple questions like, did they call the girlfriends? They're what, 4 boys? And 1 or more of them got a girlfriend, I would suspect. And they're not going to be on the island all day and not call the girlfriend or somebody.
No one's talking. That's why they don't know what is what. No one's talking, and they're being told, because they lawyered up, not to talk. But I mean, I'm sure the little judge mama went out there and told, y'all don't say nothing. Let me see the phone, whatever. She's involved. She should be talking from behind bars, and those kids too, until they get some answers. Y'all gonna rot in here till you get some answers.
Yeah.
Because you're suspects. You're definitely suspects.
Most definitely.
We just don't know the facts of it. But you're definitely suspects. And you, Judge Lady, you know better.
Well, go back to what both of you said. The narrative was set by John Ledman.
Yeah.
He set the narrative.
Should be removed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's no foul play, he said, even before the autopsy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why the parents said, no, I can't have this. I want to independent. So,
And they did the right thing too. They did the right thing.
Better in making that statement, no foul play,
Yeah.
reminded me of our share.
You see,
Gautier,
Mm-hmm.
when that man was shot up in Clearwater because his girlfriend had parked in a handicapped spot, and this nutcase wanted to contest that, and the girlfriend went in and told her boyfriend of the man harassing her, and he went outside, and this stupid man, I can't even think of his name anymore, shot and killed him.
Mm-hmm.
And the sheriff here in Pinellas County tried to dismiss the case, saying that he had a right to do that because of stand your ground.
Mm-hmm.
Until people pushed back.
Yeah.
And they pushed back hard.
That's right.
And the case was sent to a grand jury and eventually a trial, and this asshole was convicted.
Mm-hmm.
So if it wasn't for the fact that people pushed back, demanding the right answers, he would have still been out here walking around, emboldened to kill the next one of us.
And that's what we have to continue to do as a community. White, black, and brown. When it's an injustice, push back. Just don't take the narrative, because all the rich people and all our government, they're trying to bind up all these networks, these media networks, so they can control the narrative and shut you down. Thank God for social media, and like us, because I love to freely say what I want to say. I don't want to, you know what I mean? The truth needs to be all that dropping your head and they go high, we go low. No, you go low, I'm going 4 feet underground. We finna get it. We finna get it. It needs to stop. That's why sometimes when you hear me say, and I know you be like, no, violence ain't the way, but that's the only thing America knows, especially racially white prejudice America. Not all white people alike. People in Mississippi are racist, because I got some down white friends like brothers. And let me say this. I've been many times in my youth, in high school and even after school, the only black guy on the boat, or the only black guy, whatever. And I have no fear, but I'm a fighter. If I got to bite somebody's jugular and take them with me, they going with me. But I never have these issues. But anything can happen. But I've been that guy. Well,
we're at the point that we're going to have to wrap it up, because I just got signaled to do so. But before I wrap it up, I want to say that we're in election season, and people have gotten ballots. And the 6th of August is the deadline for getting mail-in ballots.
Don't wait till the last day.
On the, I think on that date, I think we can always double check that people will start going to do early voting. Early voting. But the actual voting date is August 18th. Yeah. August 18th. Please, please, please pay attention out there. True. Voting matters.
Yes.
Not voting matters.
Yeah, you see what we got?
Need all of you to exercise your right to vote.
And don't wait till the last day. Do not wait till the last day. Get out there and handle your business.
Handle your business. And with that being said, I want to thank our listening audience for tuning in to the Ray Tampa podcast. And we ask that you tune in each and every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m., 99.1 FM, The Bird. And I want to thank my co-hosts for a job well done as always. And I want to thank the listening audience Thank you for tuning in. Your support is vital. Your support is needed. Please help us out. 99.1 FM, The Bird. And with all that being said, good evening.